for what was going on. And it really felt like we were doing something. And she taught me about how to create character, all these different really, really important things. And uh, and through all of that, she was introducing me to mentors. I got to meet Bill Pullman through working with her, who has remained a mentor to this day. And then she was also helping prepare me for my college auditions. And that was like the main. I was actually helping like assist her with all this other stuff. Like I was, because I didn't have like the money to pay her for coaching.
Oh, sure. So it was a bit of a trade.
Didn't work for you, so that and then you can coach me in your free time, like for 10 minutes after whatever.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
when you started thinking about colleges, what were you looking for, and how did you make your choice?
So still super green at this moment. So I looked up a BuzzFeed article for the 10 best drama schools in the country.
Yes.
And then I turned to my mom and I'm like, I'm just gonna apply to these. And she, and she was confident in me, but even she was like, are you sure you don't want to like apply to CU Boulder as well as just like maybe like a backup? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get into one of these. And so if you've ever done the college audition process, it's nuts. I mean, you got to fly a whole bunch of places. I mean, you're auditioning for these people. You have, 4 or 6 monologues, contemporary and classical and humorous and dramatic. They really want to see a really well-rounded actor. And many of these kids who I was competing against had been doing this since they were like 3 or 4 years old.
Right,
so
of course.
Here I am like 18 months into it, really giving it my best shot, but also knowing that I came from some pretty good training and that the people who had coached me knew their stuff. So I auditioned for a ton of places. I auditioned for Carnegie Mellon. I auditioned for NYU.
Woo! That's my alma mater.
There we go. I auditioned for Juilliard. I auditioned for Rutgers. I auditioned for a bunch of different places. Like I said, the top 10. And then I ended up getting into all of them.
Well, all right.
With the exception of Juilliard, and I made it to their final callback weekend. So
Juilliard people talk funny. It's okay. Don't tell Wes Ramsey I told you that.
It's so funny you say that. They teach a specific kind of speech there. It's called how to speak with distinction.
How to speak like you went to Juilliard. I think that's how what it's called.
But it's actually a book. It's actually a book that you can buy. It's called How to Speak with Distinction, and it's how they coach all of their students on the correct way to speak.
Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe great for stage. I mean, hey, Juilliard, the people that go to Juilliard are incredible. And, they have, but it's funny if you can kind of pick them out, especially the newly graduated, you can pick them out. Yeah.
Totally.
So where did you end up going, Nick?
So I ended up going to Rutgers, the Mason Gross Acting Conservatory. It was a mixed BFA and MFA program that was going to last for 3.5 years, with our 3rd year being in London, and we would get to do a residency at Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, just doing Shakespeare all year.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was it's a total dream come true. I ended up not going to London. I did 2 years, and then I dropped out of school. Those 2 years were very hard from an artistic aspect and also a personal aspect. Like it was my first time being away from home and my family, and I think that I took that particularly hard. But also, I was in a very intense conservatory driven environment where we were acting every day. There were 18 of us in this conservatory, ranging, I was the youngest, I think when I started I was 17, and then the oldest person I think was in their mid-30s. And we lived together, we ate together, we went to the bathroom, we went to all of our classes. It was nonstop.
Yeah.
And so I think I found that to be somewhat difficult.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.